Hey there, VC. It's Will. Welcome to my channel, Vinyl Landslide. It's been a pretty productive week so far. Had a busy weekend. Went around to a couple of the other record stores here in the area. Found some pretty good stuff. Didn't pick up a whole lot, but there's about 5 or 6 records here I'm going to share with you guys. I was pretty excited to pick up a couple of them. You'll see. Um, First off, I want to shout out to a couple channels there. I want to say hey to Peaches. Um, Man, I love your channel. You're really enthusiastic, and it's been fun cutting it up with you on your comments section in your videos. You got some great taste in metal too, man. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of your collection as well. Also want to throw a shout out to Tales from the Crate, Andrew. You've turned me on to some stuff that I've seen around, just hadn't given it a chance to spin yet. And say hey to Zeke out there, the Vinyl Geek. He hadn't been on in a while, but he's got so many videos. I still haven't watched all of his videos, but if any of you guys haven't seen his channel, I think he's been on. He's been part of the VC for a long time. Man, this guy's got some really obscure records that he's into psych, he's into prog, he's into all kinds of different, he's jazz, blues. But the guy really has probably, I guess it's his demographic on where he's located at, but he's got some good leads on where to get these records for cheap, and he shows a lot of stuff that you just don't see normally on the VC, and I that kind of attracts me to his channel a lot, is that when you see records that a lot of people don't show. So anyways, shout out to him. I want to say what's going on to Mr. Vinyl Victim out there, Vinyl Victim's niece as well. How are you? And Corey, we've been talking to. Man, it's been a really cool adventure being on the VC. I feel like I'm getting to know a lot of you guys. It's just a lot of fun talking music and seeing what you've got in your collections, sharing what I have in mind. As you can see, I just moved not too long ago, and I'm just now, you probably could tell from the last several videos I've done, I haven't had any vinyl behind me or anything like that. So I'm just, it's been kind of a process of getting moved into my new apartment here. But it's starting to finally come together. I've started getting stuff put away, and anyways, it's still got some more to go though, but I'll quit battling. We'll get down to the nitty gritty here. All right. Here's an album I picked up. I picked this up. Where did I get this one? Breakaway Records, and they had a bunch by Jimmy Buffett there. This is his Volcano issue. This was a $2 record. And I, being as big of a Jimmy Buffett guy as I am, I had to pick it up. I didn't have a copy of it. They had like 2 copies of this, and I've seen this laying around at a lot of other places. But for $2 and as good a shape as it was in, I wasn't gonna leave it laying there. Jimmy Buffett Volcano. You cannot go wrong with it. My taste in music is all over the place, man. I love metal. I love jazz, folk, psych, blues, everything. So, as y'all get to know me and get to start seeing my collection more, and as I start going through a lot of stuff, you're going to see that I've got roots just about in everything. And a lot of it is due to some of the stuff you guys have turned me on. So again, this is just a blast, man. How can you not love vinyl and music? Another one I picked up. Picked this up at Piranha Records. Paid $2 or $3 for this one, but hadn't seen it around a whole lot. Stanley Jordan. Okay, this is Standards Volume 1. Let me pull this out of the. For those of you who haven't listened to Stanley Jordan or not familiar with him, this guy right here is a phenomenal guitarist. A lot of his stuff is instrumental. I think most of it is. But little story behind how I found out about him. I was probably 10 or 11. And there was a movie that came out, and it starred Bruce Willis and Kim Basinger, and it was called Blind Date. It was hilarious. John Larroquette from Night Court was in it, which, I mean, it's hilarious. If you guys have not seen that movie, go watch it. Sorry, my cat just jumped in here. But if you have not seen that, go watch it. But Stanley Jordan makes an appearance in that movie. Bruce Willis kind of plays the guitar in it a little bit, as far as he likes to play guitar. He's kind of used to be a musician, but then he takes Kim Basinger on a date, and they go to this studio, and he, has some wine with her or whatever, and just kind of as part of the date. And Stanley Jordan's in there recording, and anyways, it's really cool. But that's kind of how I got turned on to Stanley Jordan. I was like, who's that guitarist? Because it sounds really good. Stanley Jordan. So when I saw that there for like $2, I'm like, heck yeah, man, I'm going to pick that up. Me being a guitarist, and I play drums too. But I was as a kid, I was like, man, that guy's got a lot. He's very talented. So pretty cool pickup there. And I haven't seen that out in the VC world much. I don't see a lot of Stanley Jordan being shown. So, okay, this one's a record a lot of you guys are going to know. I didn't have it, and it wasn't just because I couldn't find it. I've seen it everywhere. I just decided, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up because I have 2 or 3 other albums by this band. But when I saw it there, it was like $2. I said, yeah, go ahead and grab it. Toto, okay. So, and this one has what's the big hit on here? Taking It Back and Hold the Line. And this is on. It's in really good shape too for being a first pressing. This is a first pressing. It's on Columbia. Here it is right there. I haven't had a chance to clean these up yet, but the vinyl at least. And I'm in the market for a record cleaner. And I think it was Andrew over at Tales from the Crate. He was doing some videos, and I saw a record cleaner in one of his videos, just kind of sitting by him. And I thought it was a Nitty Gritty. I wasn't sure, so I asked him, "Hey, what brand record cleaner is that?" And he goes, "Oh, it's a Nitty Gritty." But I told him I was kind of in the market, and he said he highly recommends an ultrasonic cleaner. Now those are going to run like $400 or $500, but I'm looking. I'm not in a rush. If anybody out there has something that they want to sell or whatever, right now I just use Groove Cleaner, and I clean them by hand right now. I have seen the spin washes out there. I just haven't picked one up. If any of you guys have a record cleaner you want to get rid of, or of a good place where I can get a deal on one, let me know. I've got some investment in my records, and I'm starting to get to the point now where it's like I kind of want to just start going through the collection, and most everything I clean, but right away there's a few in here I think that I hadn't gotten to that were recent, and I kind of keep those to the side, but I'll get those cleaned up too. But anyways, just keep your ears peeled, keep your eyes peeled. Let me know. Okay, another record I picked up. This one was paid $8 for this one, um, and I've been wanting to get it for a while. I have it on CD, cassette, all that stuff. But legend, Bob Marley. Um, there's a okay. This is you can see somebody, and this wasn't me, but when I picked it up, it was like this. Tried to peel the price tag off of it at one time, and didn't do it the correct way, and it jacked the cover up. So I'll probably eventually upgrade this copy, but this is a first pressing as well. I mean, everything else on it's in really good shape. Um, but I love Bob Marley, man. I mean, I've just, how can you not? Tons and tons of hits. And this, I mean, this is the best of course, but so I mean, front to back, you start to beginning. I mean, start to beginning. Beginning to end, this is a phenomenal record. All of his, big hits are on here. And I didn't have a whole lot of Bob Marley yet. And I'm going to continue to build that up. But, $8. And the vinyl's in great shape. I'll show that to you. This is on, Island label. Nice record to have. So that's kind of a staple of any record collection, I think. If you don't have any Bob Marley in there, get on it. Go get you some Bob Marley. All right. I've got one more record here, and then I was going to talk a little bit about something else. But this record that I'm about to show you has been on my wish list for a long time, and I couldn't believe I saw it laying there. So I go to Piranha Records, and I'm looking around. I'm kind of digging through the bargain bins. I'm looking at some new stuff. I'm looking at, all just everything. Just digging real hard. And so then I walk over to the blues section, and I start digging. And I'm sitting there just digging through the vinyl, and then all of a sudden I see it, and I'm like, I passed it. And then I was like, I did not just see what I think I just saw. I backed up, and then I saw it, and I picked it up, and I was like, no way. I've been looking for this forever. This is almost, it's hard to find. You can't, it's in the wild, it's almost impossible to find, at least down where I'm at. I've even gone to Waterloo and all those places, the big record stores here in downtown Austin, and they were all like, we don't ever see it, and you can order it online, but you're going to pay big money for it. I paid $15 for this record. Now then, I paid $15 because the sleeve is pretty messed up. I'm going to keep y'all in suspense for just like 10 more seconds, but the sleeve is in pretty rough shape, but the vinyl is in VG plus. It's. I was just when I found it, I couldn't believe it. All right, Luther Allison. I mean, bad news is coming. This is a grail for me, and you can see. I'll pull it out here. You can see it's in pretty rough shape. I mean, it's in real rough shape. The sleeve is, at least, but it's all there. I couldn't. I just there was no way I was going to leave it sitting there, even for $15. But let me show you it's a first pressing. I mean, I don't think this is, well, there's no way around it because it hadn't been repressed. But I don't know if y'all can see this. It's so impossible to like look and see how good the vinyl is when you're on YouTube. But wow, man. How do you, I as soon as I saw it, And then I turned it over and saw the price. I was like, oh! And there was like two or three other people in the store. Then two guys behind the counter. John, the owner, I think he knew right away what I had found because he knows I'm a I got a pretty good relationship with John, the owner at that record store. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, no way! And so, I mean, I'm sure the whole store heard me. And that's about that time you see two or three other people come over to my section. I'm like, crap! I got to stop doing that. I got to quit getting so excited in a record store. It's like fishing, and you catch a huge fish, and then you let everybody know, hey, the honey hole is over here. Well, as soon as I saw it, I picked it up. I took it straight up to the counter. I said, put that behind the counter. I'm not done looking. Set it back there, please. This is mine. It had my name all over it. A lot of you guys may not know who Luther Allison is. It's just, how do I explain it? I mean, he's blues, but he didn't get real big. But he is just phenomenal. Little Red Rooster's on this one. Evil is Going On. Raggedy and Dirty. Rock Me Baby. B.B. King is on that track with him. Let's see here. Bad News Is Coming, of course. That's a great song. I mean, it's the title for the record too. Dust My Broom. He did a lot of stuff with some of the, of course, some other bigger guys that were in blues. B.B. King. I think he's done some stuff with Miles Davis or back in the day. But anyways, Luther Allison. Piano is Paul White. Rhythm guitars by Ray Goodman, and drums is Andrew Smith. Bass is Andrew Smith. Harmonica is Garfield Angove. But I just can't say enough about this record. If you like blues, and it's so hard to find. I was blown away. Wow, Luther Allison. I mean, the cover will tell you a lot about how this record's going to sound. This is just, and I don't care if that sleeve is in rough shape. It's all there. It's not unusable, but the vinyl. When I saw the vinyl, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah. So, anyways, that was my big find of the week, and I was stoked. That'll probably carry me for 2 weeks to be that excited about that record. So I've been watching a lot of your guys' channels, and like I said, I really enjoy seeing what you guys have out there. I enjoy sharing what I'm doing, and it's like an adventure being in the VC for me. Discovering new music and crate digging is therapy. It's relaxing. It's fun. It's like a treasure hunt, and there's something human about going out and gathering. Whether it be, when I was a kid, I was into baseball cards. Sometimes comic books and stuff like that. But I mean, I was fortunate enough that as I got older, my parents were real big vinyl heads too, and they had so much vinyl that they gave their collection to me, passed it down, and it was kept in phenomenal shape. So I've got a lot of stuff, and I can't wait to share a lot of stuff that I haven't shown with you guys, because I've barely touched the tip of the surface with what I do have in some areas, and I'm acquiring constantly. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks to my new subscribers too. I know there's like this past week, I think I'm up to like 46 subscribers, which is nothing compared to a lot of you guys out there. But I just enjoy it, and I appreciate you guys commenting. I appreciate you subscribing. Tell your friends about my channel if if y'all just enjoy cutting it up about music, then let's do it. I'm hopefully I know. Well, when I do reach 100 subscribers, I'll have a contest and I'll have some pretty cool stuff I'm going to send out. I'm at like 46, I think I said 46 subscribers, which is fine. That's cool. But just keep the ball rolling, and just like I said, I appreciate you guys listening, man. And we'll talk at you soon. All right. Much love to you, VC. Peace out.